What's up, guys? Man, this is just something that's on my heart, and I'm feeling super motivated this morning, and if you want to be different, you really have to be different, right? So I just want to tell a little bit about some things that has happened in my life that led me to places where I'm at now, and what I'm continuing to learn, and how things are going to go, and I don't even know how this is going to go, so just hear me out. So, you know. I just want to be in a place that's different than I am right now. And I'm just like a lot of you, man. 10 years ago, I started working, and I had a lot of hope that, things would come my way and I would be in a certain place, and that I wanted to be rich, I wanted to be wealthy. And when you look back at those things, you're like, man, I hope this can happen. I hope. I have a lot of hope about getting to that next level. I have a lot of hope that somebody will call me and tell me, yo, Chris, man, I got this job for you. You're going to be rich, bro. I wait for those calls. And like many of us, just sit there hoping that things will be different, right? Hoping that someone will give us that time of day and try to treat us a different way. And while we're sitting there going on our daily grind, hoping and praying, and nothing happens, right? And we start to lose faith in ourselves. We start to lose faith in the things that are surrounding us. And that's hard because I lived that life. I was a paycheck to paycheck kind of guy for a very long time, struggling to get that money. And I'm watching people around me doing the things that they love, going out, having fun, and taking these vacations and taking these trips and going on these places. And I'm like, damn, yeah, I want to be that. But what was I doing? I was waking up in the morning and going to my 9-to-5 type job, hoping, collecting a paycheck, complacent. Just doing the thing, right? It's daily grind. I'm getting paid. I got some money in the bank. But when that car payment came up, there goes that money. I want to take these trips, but I can't save because I'm paycheck to paycheck. I can't get to that next level. And I hope that someone will call me and say, Chris, man, today's that day, man. Here's a job. I'm going to pay you $100,000 out of the blue. I hoped. And that day, it still hasn't came. I mean, shoot. But, it can change. You can change. You're in power of your life, right? So about 2.5 years ago, I was like, man, I want to be different. How am I going to be different? I had to find a place in my heart where I believed in me. I had a lot of people around me and I would talk to, and y'all got this too, where they're, I want to do this, and they shoot you down. You're like, nah, you can't be that way. You can't have that. And when I'm sitting in that situation, I'm like looking, I'm like, man, maybe they're right. Maybe I don't deserve to be on a level that these other people are on. Maybe I don't deserve to be here. Maybe this is all I'm going to be. And for a long time, 10 years-ish, I believed that. I believed in everybody else telling me you can't be what you want to be. You can't be in a place this is what life looks like for you. And it's too difficult. It's too hard to get on a level that someone else is on. It's too hard to make $100,000 a year. It's too hard to think about all those things. You can't be that way. And when I look at these people, and I love them, because I love everybody. So when I look at these people, they were right next to me in the same position I was in, doing the same things I was doing, same job, having all this hope, wishing that someone will call them and say, hey, man, here's that $100,000 a year job, right? No. Man, so, I got to thinking, I was like, man, I want to be different. I want to leave a legacy for my family. I want my great grandkids to be like, man, my great granddad, he did something for my family. I remember him because of the things he did for my family. So, I was sitting there and I wanted to be different, and a lot of this comes from a lot of the reason why we are where we are is because we're scared. And I know that feeling really well. Fear really takes us on, and fear really, really will grab you, right? And I'm not going to say that I don't have fears now. I continue to have fears. And I think that's part of my driving force is that, it's okay if you fail. It's okay if you take these risks. Because if you don't, all you're going to have is that hope. And hope is great, but it ain't going to change anything. I took the reins of my life under control, and I started to believe in me. And I looked at my surroundings and I was like, man, I want to be different. I want more from where I am right now. I want to know that I'm spending the same time as everybody else, but they're making more money than me. They're doing more things. They're going on more trips. They're going on more vacations. They're going to places that I don't get to go to. So why can't I be like that? I can be like that. So, like changing your life is a focus that you got to have internally, right? I mean, you got people around you, but maybe those aren't the right people. I love a lot of the people that I'm with, and, you are products of your environment, and the people that you put yourself around, I mean, you're going to gravitate towards those things, but maybe you need to get into a position where you're somewhere else. Maybe you need to look at your outside perspective and be like, man, I want to be different. I want to leave a legacy for my family. I want to be in a place where they can be happy, where I don't have to live paycheck to paycheck, where I can go to Disney World with my kid and we can go whenever we want, because that's real life. I'm sitting here right now. It's 9:38, and I'm sorry, Realtor Partners. I do work earlier than this, but I'm feeling really super motivated right now, and I need to share this with you. I can make money from where I'm at right now because I wanted to be different, because I chose a life where I wanted to be, right? It just comes from, self-confidence. It comes from self-faith. I found a loving God, and it took a little while to change that. It took that really, I think, change who I was. And I'm not going to sit here and say that, you need to go find God. You can find a lot of different things, but I really think you should. But I wanted to be different. So, I took the steps and I put some feelers out there, and I'm like, man, I'm better than this. I was in a sales job. I mean, I was taking home like $3,000 a month. Ooh, great, right? I had great benefits. I had a really flexible schedule. I was a W-2 employee. I got a steady paycheck, which is great. We love that, right? We love having a steady paycheck. We love being able to know what we have, but we also love to be able to experience. And, life really isn't about the money that you have. I think the definition of wealth and rich and all that stuff is the experience you have with the people that you're around, in community with, and the loved ones that you're with, right? I think that is what wealth is. If you survey billionaires, and you can go Google this stuff online, billionaires have the same problems we do. They just got more money. So what does that show you? Everybody's got the same problems. It's not about how much money you have. It's how you feel about yourself. It's how you feel about the people you're with, and it's how the people that you're around feel about you, right? You could be in a place where, it's bad. I mean, I've been in that place, and I've been around darkness. I haven't had the worst life, and by no means am I sitting here trying to tell you that I've had some terrible life. I really haven't. I've got a great family. I've got a great support structure. I've got great people around me, but you can get in. I've been in a dark place, and I've been in circumstance where that is scary, right? And I took myself out of it. I look at that third eye view, like that outside perspective, and I'm like, man, I want to be different. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Where's this gonna take me? And like 13 years, so 18, I'm 31. So like, we'll just go from that point on, right? I sat there and I was complacent, right? Complacency kills us. Fear kills us. Those things will really shoot you down, but they also will motivate you. If you can find it, if you can find that in you, to find those things that really you're struggling with, man, like, there are bad situations. And if you want to get out of it, get out of it. Get out of the situation. No one is in power of you except for you. You can control the things that you do. You can wake up at an earlier time. You can go find any job you want. And maybe you find a job and you fail. But you know what? You did something different. So if you're watching this and this is resonating with you, I went from a paycheck to paycheck job. I went from having like nothing. And I'm not sitting here saying I've got some kind of crazy amount of wealth coming in, but I'm changing my life to something that I wasn't before, because I wanted to be different. And I'm putting myself in the situations and around the people that I want to be with to be on that next level, right? And y'all can do the same things I do, because we got the same 24 hours in a day. We got the same 7 days in a week. And the only thing that is constant is time. And that's one thing you can never get back. So, I looked at this. I'm like, damn, I am 29 years old. What the hell am I doing with my life? I got all this time, and that guy's he's going on a trip again. Man, I want to go on that trip. I want to be in that place. I want to go in that nice car, whatever that means to you, whatever that looks like to you. I want to be comfortable. I want to have a paycheck and not watch it all go away. I like having a steady money in my bank account, and y'all do too. I know it. And we've come from places, and we're going to go to places, but you know what? It all comes back like, hope is a great thing, but you got to find something in you to make yourself change. You got to find something in you, whatever that looks like, and you can do it because I did it. And I'm just like you. I am just like you. I'm in the same state as most of y'all. I'm in the same position as most y'all. I've been through some of the same things that y'all go through, and I'm going to continue to go through these things. But you know what? I'm in control. I don't let my life control me. I take control of my life. If you want to be in a better position, do it. I challenge you to do it. You know, if you hate your job, if you're not happy with the things that are going on, if you're not happy with the way your family looks, if you're not happy with where you live, what are you doing to change it? That's the question you really got to ask yourself. Like, where's this taking me? What am I going to do? What does this look like? I want to be different. So how do I be different? Right? And I don't really have a great answer for you because everybody life look different, but it really starts with belief in yourself. You know, like it really starts with finding something that's above you, that's bigger than you. You know, you got to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Because if you're feeling sorry for yourself, you ain't going to go nowhere. You ain't going to go where. What's that look like? Shout out to you, Adam. Shout out to you, Crystal. But, I mean, shoot. You know, your vision on your life needs to change. I mean, you could surround yourself. You could be rich. You could have all those things. I mean, but you got to believe in you, right? And when I started believing in myself and I looked at that, I was like, man, I am so much better than the situations that I am in. And I'm not trying to sit here and say I'm on some kind of high horse or whatever that case may be. But, you know, where I was, I had great things going, but I can be better and I can have amazing things going past this point. So I did that. I took that. You know, it was a leap of faith. And I went from a cush job, man. I had a W-2. I was commissioned with salary or hourly. You know, I had that steady paycheck. I took a leap of faith and I went to some place where I didn't have a steady paycheck. I'm in a commission-only job right now. And let me tell you, it's scary. It is super scary. You got highs and you got lows. And you got to rely on other people. And you know what? And that's just the nature of this beast, right? But that's the step I took. And in taking that step, I've learned a lot. There's a journey, and I think that this journey that I'm on right now is going to be one that I'm on for a long time. And it's taken me into a place where I want to be. Because when I see something come up on Facebook with that dude going on that trip, you know what? That's my reality. If I want to go there, I can do that. And now I got tired of that point where I couldn't do that, but now I can. Because if I want that, if I want something bad enough, I can have it. And y'all can have it too. And that's the thing. Like, you don't have to be in situations that you're in. You just need to be different. You know, the late Stephen Hawking guy, you know, rest in peace to that guy. That guy was, you know, super influential. When he was 21, they only gave him 2 years to live. He lived 55 more years after that. Come on now. You know, he died, and, you know, I posted this on my Facebook wall, so if y'all want to see it. You know, he said, remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. And however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. It just matters that you don't give up, right? It matters that you don't give up. So, I mean, you got to take risks. You got to go places. You got to do things that are uncomfortable. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because once you reach that realm, there's like so much opportunity. Once you open up your heart, once you open up your mind, there's so much opportunity out there. There are so many things you can do and you can fail at. And failing is the best thing because that's just driving force to be better at something else. So, you know, I submit, go be different. Do something different. If you want to make a change, go be different. Go find something. Go do something different that you find to resonate in your life. Because I know that people that are joining this have been in this situation. And I know you all are watching this have been in situations where you're like, damn, I got nothing going right for me. I got nothing going on right now. What am I going to do? How am I going to be someone? I got bills racking up. I got nothing. I can't even breathe. I can't even breathe because I've been there. I've been there so many times. It is not a good place. And I feel each and every one of you that have been in that place. And I don't ever want to see anybody be there. And I'll do my best to help anyone get out of that situation. I mean, hit me up. I got you. I'm a source. I've been there. I lived that life. You know, I got people that I'm seeing that are joining this thing that they make ridiculous money. You guys are doing great. And I applaud each and every one of you. Am I happy? Genuinely happy? You know, great question, Kelly. You know what? Not yet. I am not genuinely happy yet. I am on the course to it, though. You know, I am putting my path, my journey. I'm putting those steps in place so that I can find that genuine happiness. It is not an overnight process. It is something that, you know, you got to work towards. and it's a constant thing. And this is all my opinion, so y'all can take it however you want. But, I am finding the steps that I need to be genuinely happy. And I think a lot of self-discovery comes into that. I think like there's a lot of things you got to do soul searching. You got to find out what works for you. And you know what? You got to go through moments of sadness. You got to go through times when you don't know what the hell is going on, and you got to figure it out. What is happiness to you? Because my happiness is different than yours. You know what I mean? Like, I see happiness in my child. I see happiness in my family. I have a vision of what I think happiness should be for me. I can't tell you what that is for you. But no, I'm not there yet. I am not there yet. And I'm working daily, weekly, monthly to get there. And I'm trying to, part of that is helping someone else get there too. So, I mean, thanks, Donnell. I appreciate you. I just, one of the things is, man, I just wanted to be different, and I'm doing it. I'm being different, and you just got to go about your life differently if you want change. And, change can happen to anybody. But if you're just sitting there on your day-to-day grind, if you're waking up in the morning and you're like, man, I got to go to work again. I got to get that paycheck. I got to come home and I got to pick up my kid from school. I got to cook dinner. Man, them bills are due. You see excitement here? Because I live that life. I've been there. Y'all have been there. And you question, is this what compassion is the thief of joy? Yeah? Comparison. Correct. Yeah, my bad. You're right. And if you're in a situation where those are the things that you're talking about, do something different. If you want to go on that trip, how are you going to do it? What steps you got to take in place to get there? If you want to make that next level, if you want that money, if you want that car, if you want a legacy to live for your children, if you want something like that, what are you going to do to get it? I mean, I know the things that I've been doing, and everybody's picture, everybody's story is different, but I just want to be different. So, I was at this regional summit. I'm talking to, top colleagues, man. I'm talking to people that are Movement Mortgage. We had a regional summit, and I was up in Clearwater, and there's a lot of, powerful people in there, a lot of great people, a lot of prominent figures, success, love and faithfulness, and, all this stuff. And, I got to talk to one of my colleagues who's a top producer. I mean, you're talking to a guy that's doing like, making $500,000 a year. That's like mind blowing, or more. Let's talk about that, or more, right? It's like, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? How do I get to your level? And you know what he said to me? He goes, man, you just need to be vulnerable. That's it. That's what he said. He goes, man, I am vulnerable. So what does that mean? I mean, here I am being vulnerable, right? I mean, this is what it is. You just got to be vulnerable, man. You just got to be different. So I submit to you guys, if you want to be different, if you want to get somewhere else, if you want to be somewhere else in life, just be different. Go find it. We'll walk a different path. If you're at a low in your life and you feel like there is no hope, and you feel like you can't get anywhere else, if you feel like that is all you have, go help someone else. Go be in community with people that, I don't want to say less fortunate, that just need someone else. I'll tell you, I submit to you, you'll find so much joy in helping someone else that maybe that'll be your driving passion. Maybe that'll make you be different. Or even for a second, if you feel that kind of love, that kind of compassion, that kind of, I don't even know. I mean, if you'll feel it and you'll know. So, I mean, we're always going to have bad times, and, life is not always rainbows and butterflies. And, you're going to have your ups and downs. You're going to have your crowning moments. You're going to have those times where you're like, man, like, whoa, this is bad. This is real bad. But that's not what defines you. That's just a moment in time. And the next day, that moment's going to be gone. So what does your next day look like? What does your tomorrow look like? Well, what are you going to do to be different? What are you going to do to have that passion? Where do you find that force? Where is that? Part of what I did was go to church. I went, and I bring faith in God into this. I had some bad moments, but I started going there, and I was not a church guy. I mean, I'm just going to go on a little rant right now. I was not some kind of guy that went to church. I never went to church, but, I went there, and, I had a belief, and of course, God, and, whatever. I don't even know anything about it, whatever, and I just went, and I just listened. And if you take if you take God out of a lot of things and you listen to that message is so clear. And I learned a lot from there. And maybe that was where I found me, or I'm still finding me. Maybe that's where that might have come from. I don't know. I think so, because I still go, and I give back, and I go into there and I try to help people because I find joy in that, and that makes me feel whole. But that might not be your path. I don't know what that looks like for you. But that's what it looked like for me. And I'm still on this journey. I'm still trying to figure this out. But I love the way I feel, and I love the things that are going on in life, and I love looking at these people, and I'm going through relationships, and I see friends that are coming and going, and people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and that's okay. And things are coming and going, and there's so much chaos that are going on in the world. But just be different. Find that stuff that makes you different. Find that drive inside you that you want to just go out and feel. Like, I want to feel good. I genuinely want to feel good. And I want to feel so good that when people come around me, they feel that good. Do you want to feel like that? Don't you want to be a staple, a shining light for the people that are around you? I don't know. I want to try to be that. I want to be that light up on a tower, right? I want to be someone that can come and be like, yo, that guy. I'm nowhere near that yet. And y'all can be there too, but I am nowhere near that yet. But I'm working towards that light. I want to be that shining light. So you know what? I mean, I love you all, and a lot of that comes from love, and a lot of that comes from deep-seated passion, and I'm willing to help anybody that I can in any kind of way I can, and whatever capacity that looks like. I feel you. I've been through lowness. I've been in the bottoms. I've been in a good place, and I've not been in worse situations. I can't take it back. I've lived a really cush life for a long time, but what did that even mean to me? And every situation is different. I'm not going to compare. I don't want to compare you to me, because we are our own. But I wanted to be different, and I wanted more from what I had than what I had previously, and I'm sure y'all want that too. So I'm gonna close with, go out and look for something different. If you're in a place where you're not happy, if you're in a place where it's been the same thing over and over and over, the definition of sanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Are you insane? You can answer that. I was, for a real long time, I was insane. But I wanted to be different. So that's what I'm doing. And y'all can do it too. It's not that difficult. Hey, listen, I love this. I love the comments that I have. I love all of you that joined and watched me for just a minute. I really appreciate you. And if this reached you in some type of way, then I think I did something all right. And if I could be any kind of a crutch or any kind of anything that you might need, please reach out to me. I mean, my number is 941-806-7625. I'm here for you.